Alright guys, green backlight because great news. Today I woke up and I saw the Bitcoin price sitting at $38,000. Turned out to be a dream inside of a dream, some kind of inception shit. It wasn't completely true, but I actually woke up and I saw Bitcoin sitting at $22,500. What happened actually? Let's take a look at that, but things are looking a little bit better. The weekend was full of panic. People didn't know what to expect actually, and now we have a little more clarity. So welcome to the Fomo Factory. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, and take the small effort please to like the video. Just smack that all on the floor because it helps me a lot. Now, what happened actually? Well, the US government took extraordinary steps Sunday to stop a potential banking crisis after the historic failure of the Silicon Valley Bank, assuring all depositors at the failed institution that they could access all their money quickly. So it's not necessarily what they needed to do or what they had to do, but they did it, and that's of course great news, right? What's also kind of great news is our the Gandhi of crypto, CZ. Given the changes in stablecoins and banks, Binance will convert the remaining of the $1 billion industry recovery initiative funds from BUSD to native crypto, including Bitcoin, BNB, and Ethereum. Some fund movements will occur on chain. Transparency. AKA, he bought $1 billion worth of crypto. Crazy. And that gave us a pretty good pump as well. So yeah, the market is looking pretty fine at the moment. Let's talk a little bit about that because it looked kind of bad. It's now absolutely not that bad. Also, USDC is almost back on pack right now. So that's really good to see. Still, some people had a lot of damage. That one guy that tried to trade $2 million and got 5 cents in return. But you know, also the smaller things for people where they just wanted to make sure that they still have some money, and they converted USDC maybe for 90 cents to USDT, and they lost 10% on their stables as well. And that kind of sucks, of course. But so far so good. It's getting back to pack, and that's what we like to see. Are we completely out of the woods yet? Nah, maybe not, but it's looking a lot better. If we look at the DXY, going down. So that's really what we want to see. If we look at the daily chart, now this is nice, because the DXY was sitting in May 2021 at this point of around 90, 90 give or take. And it was climbing up on this trend line, as you can see, like perfectly. And we finally broke down. We got a really good retest on this horizontal right here, which makes a lot of sense if you go back. It has a lot of support right here. But we broke right through it again after a while, right? We had some resistance, then we broke above it, and now we are under it again, and also under the bull market support band. So that's what we want to see on the DXY. The 50 daily moving average and this horizontal could occur as a big, support. So if we will see further downside short term, I don't know, right? And with shorter, downside, I mean with the DXY, so that should be bullish for crypto, but I don't know if that's the case. We'll see how the S&P is going to open. I think this will be, well, could be going back towards 3,900 again today as well. But the most important thing, of course, are crypto. What up? Well, good news, big buys, so green candles, that's basically what it is. Now, how am I playing this exactly? Well, I think that we had a pretty nasty fall, right? And at that nasty fall, a lot of people got that, although it may be resolved, maybe, a lot of people, their trust is damaged still, and these things don't restore in a day. So I do think that although we have this green spike, we might see some more downwards momentum. And I personally looked at the 8 hours chart, and I saw this, right? Look at where the line is sitting right now. I saw this. So we had at this point a lot of support back in, January, a lot of support. When we broke down, we had a lot of resistance right here. And when I look at this, I feel like we might get some resistance at this point. We might just break through, but I would bet my money on that we would have some resistance right here. So I opened the short right now on Bitcoin. 5x leverage. You can trade it over on Bybit or Fairdesk. Links in the description if you want to do that with me. If you go to Fairdesk, you can also follow my trades. I'm a copy trader right there. Then I'm gonna just trade for you because I think there is some money to be made right here, and just make sure you set your stop losses if you are trading this. So how is the crypto market looking right now, and what can we expect for now? Well, let's take a look. The total tree, so altcoins. If we look at the total tree right now, you'll see that if we look at the daily chart, I see some trouble because we have this horizontal right here. We kind of bounced there, right? I mean, we had support here, resistance here. And yes, we had these fake outs, but apart from these fake outs, we had some really decent support here. So that's beautiful, accurate. But if I draw this line to, you know, where we are right now, give or take, you will see that we have some trouble at this point as well. We had some resistance right here. We had a lot of support right here, a lot of resistance right there. And it looks kind of messy because we have these fake outs. But overall, this is a pretty strong point. So I do think that the total 3 could have some trouble right here as well. We are also struggling with the bull market support band and with the 50 daily moving average. That's the blue line. So I do think that altcoins, they had a, you know, a decent run the last, well, 24 hours, give or take. If we look at this, the gaming portfolio, you know, some are red, but not much. Most of them are green. If we look at the medium risk portfolio, let me take a look at that. You know, red as well, but not much, not much. If we look at the green, it's divided right there. But I do think that we could have some trouble for altcoins, and that also makes kind of sense because the Bitcoin dominance, it's shot up, right? So Bitcoin is outperforming now again, and altcoins are running behind. So for the people that wonder, like, man, when could we really see an altcoin season right now? When can we see, really? And I'm not talking about 2 or 3 X's, right? I'm talking about this explosive gains. Well, guys, before that happens, I think we really need to see a very good run on Bitcoin. And I'm not talking about a run up till, you know, upper 20s. I'm talking about a run to 40, 50K, maybe new highs. Right? If in that case also the Bitcoin dominance goes up towards this level, or even here, maybe here, and then the Bitcoin dominance goes down, that's an altcoin season. We cannot have an altcoin season where the altcoin or where the Bitcoin dominance really has not much room to go down. That's not an alt season. That's at best a good market movement. So don't expect too much of altcoins. It's still, you know, it looks like we are in a decent area to accumulate altcoins. We maybe even get better chances, in my opinion. But don't expect crazy returns the coming months yet. That's not what happens. Let me show you something else, which is pretty interesting. I have to load it up. So this is the Into the Cryptoverse dashboard, and I really love this. So I can show you something pretty interesting. Now I have to take a look where it is. Yeah. Altcoin season index. Let me put a moving average over it so we can clear the noise a little bit. 3, I don't know. All right. So the blue line is the Bitcoin price. The red line is it shows if we are in a altcoin season or in a Bitcoin season. Red is altcoin season. Green is Bitcoin season. Look where we're moving right now. We're moving inside the green again. What it basically means is that once we are approaching or in the green area, that's where Bitcoin outperforms altcoins. Very simple, right? So over this since September, basically, yeah, we have been talking a lot about altcoins because in the longer term, they can give you the best returns, of course. And people like the juicy altcoins, right? Because there is a lot of money to be made, but there's also a lot of money to lose right there. But overall, since especially September, it was basically a way better idea to be in Bitcoin, right? The chart shows you it went all the way down. And even though it shot a little back up right here, and this was especially where the AI narrative kicked in and everything, and some altcoins really 5x'd, this little movement right here, that was it. In an alt season, we really have these movements, right? These movements to the upside. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. I mean, yes, we kissed it a little bit right here, but you know, we can go much lower. The average where we sit is somewhere around, you know, here, and that's the index sitting at around 10, right? 10. It goes from 0 to 100. And I want to see it around 10. We are now sitting at 25. So it means there is a lot more gains to be made. There are a lot more gains to be made, but you have to get your timing correctly, right? For now, Bitcoin is really not that bad of a play because the downside is just not that much. And the upside is quite a lot on Bitcoin. People kind of underestimate how that works. If we look at a 7-day moving average, you also see we're going straight down. However, if we put it on a 14-day moving average, or even better, a 30-day moving average, you see it blocks out the noise basically, right? So you see that we were coming down, went up, and now we're finally going down again. So we have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. Back to Bitcoin. You know, we are sitting at 22,500, give or take, right now. Let me get a cleaner chart to see if we can. Yeah. So that's looking pretty fine. And what I love is I talked a lot about the bull market support band, right? That's this green and red line. And for the people that missed that or whatever, it's basically, this is the 50 and the 200 weekly moving average, daily moving average, sorry. And it's basically in a bear market, we get pushed down by it, right? We try to break it and we get rejected. We try to break it, we get rejected. And sometimes we close even a couple of weeks above it, but overall, it's still the downward trend, right? Here, hard rejection. And once we really go above it, you'll see that big move, right? And especially when the bull run comes, you'll see that this bull market support band, it actually does what the name is, right? It supports the bull market. So it really pushes the price up. We tested all the time. Sorry, hiccup. We tested all the time, but we get back up, right? That's what dragging it up. And then when we get into a bear market, we get pushed back down by it, right down, here again, down. And now we broke it in January, the beginning of January. That was 2 months ago. So the longer we stay above it, the more confirmation we have that it's actually a sustainable breakout. Don't celebrate by this first pump, but not even by 8 weeks, I would say, right? Because here as well, we broke above it in April 2019, but we got back under it in September 2019 as well. And we stayed there until January 2020, basically. Well, basically since April 2020. So don't cheer too soon. But what I do really like is that the stuff that was going on with USDC and the bank that was going bankrupt and all the FUD. And we had that extreme candle from 22.5 all the way down to 19.5. That was basically in 2 days, I think. Well, it was kind of in 2 days. But the bull market support band kind of did what it had to do right there. It supported. Right? And now we are completely back at where we were. So that's really what I love to see. I do think it's very understandable if we come down again. However, if we you know, get support at 21K, I would say 21K. It's okay. It's okay. Because that's still where the bull market support band comes in. That's where we have a lot of resistance right here, right here. We have some support in that area, 21 and a half, give or take. So we definitely could come down there. And therefore I opened the short because I think it's possible. It's possible. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you know, somewhere maybe this week, give or take. And if not, make sure you have your stop losses set. Like I said in yesterday's video though, I said be a little careful with buying altcoins right now, but we did have some nice entries. And these played out pretty cool. We have Altora now sitting at 24 cents. We have Nakamoto Games, went all the way down to 17 cents. And I said, like, you know, don't go all in because you don't know. It could also go to 14 cents. And that's still possible, though. I mean, if we look at the weekly chart, we're the fake out and we are now a little higher. But overall, the trend is still down, right? We made lower lows and lower highs on it. But nevertheless, if you got this trade, you would have made a 20% move, which is pretty decent. That's pretty cool. CDFI as well. I like what CDFI is doing right now. Because CDFI is actually, yeah, I really like it. Because CDFI, it's making, you know, at least higher lows right now, right? We had these lows, we had these lows, we had these lows. Showing a little weakness right now. I don't know what this is doing here. Showing a little weakness right now because we had a high. We had a higher high. We had a higher high. Yeah, we don't have that high high right now, so we should at least close above 130. That's a challenge for CDFI, not gonna lie. That's hard to do. CDFI is struggling with that bull market support band right now, which is better called the bear market resistance band at this moment. But still, the trend is up, right? So, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. And it's just in an accumulation area, if you ask me. Yeah, all these altcoins look the same basically. Well, CDFI did a little different, but Gala, for example, as well. Like, yes, you have, if you have caught the trade, congratulations, also on a 20% move, but this is also the Nakamoto chart, right? Down, lower lows, lower highs. You see? So that's how you have to read these charts. Right, we're going down, and wow, let me check if I can do better than this. Yeah, well, whatever, give or take, right? Down. That's basically the moral of the story. So this is the channel that is following right now. So we could definitely go again to around. Well, we already got that rejection right there. So what's possible for Gala is that it's, you know, somewhere this week, next week, ends up at the high 20s cents, right? Or higher 2 cents, so more around 3 cents. It's the trend until it changes, right? So it's doing this. Why should it now stop doing that? This is so far what happens, right? So we could also in a couple of weeks see 2.4 cents on Gala. It's definitely possible. So do not cheer too soon is what I would like to give to you in this video, the information I would like to give to you. I would say, don't necessarily buy right now. That chance, we had that yesterday and the day before yesterday when there was fear. Right? The problem is a lot of people do not have the balls to buy when there's that fear. But if there's no fear, then the chart is not going down as well, right? That goes hand in hand. So have the guts to buy when there is fear, I would say, and profit from it when the good news like today occurs. Right? Don't necessarily buy when the good news occurs because you think everything is over and it's going up right now, because then it's already too late. Then that's what you can see in the charts. It's already up 20% right now, right? And if you look at this channel, for example, and this is just Gala, but I bet you that a lot more looks like this. This channel, we have the upper side, we have the downside, right? Why would you buy at the upside? We had these chances once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I don't know how many times. But we also get these chances at the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait for the 5th time. Buy there. Why now? Why now? So That's for the short term. If you really believe in a project long term and blah, 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 blah. But then you should not even care about all this noise right here, right? Then you just look at these big dips and you feel like, nah, it's a good opportunity to dollar cost a little more. Not looking at it for the coming months, years. Is that everything I want to cover? I think that's everything I want to cover. Yeah. So I want to leave it here. I hope the market is being a little in our benefit for the people that invested, like me, in games for a living. That's coming out today, 2 p.m. UTC. Very curious about that. You could have invested in it through Seedify and Engine Starter and Bit2Me. So Games for a Living is coming out today. Is this thing going to 10x? I don't think so. I definitely hope so because I invested quite a lot in this. Is it going to 10x? I don't know, and I don't think so. Why not? Very simple, because I don't see a lot of hype and marketing apart from the IDOs, to be honest. And the tokenomics could be a little bit better. On the other hand, the product is freaking on point and the team is completely top notch. So it might be a good long-term hold. And if the project comes out, you can also buy it on the open market. Look at the vesting schedule before you do something like that, though. But this is a project that I really might add to my portfolio instead of a quick, pre-sale and then dump it. Really good project. I will make a follow-up on Delysium. There's a lot of interesting information about that as well. And I'm thinking about doing a giveaway that has something to do with Delysium. But I'm figuring that out before I'm gonna, talk about the details. For now, I want to leave it right here, guys. That's enough for now. If you like the video, please like the video. If you have an opinion about something, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm posting these shorts a lot as well lately, getting a lot of subs. People kind of like that, I guess. So now you know about that as well for some reason. I don't know. I'm done for today. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.